I don't know anything about HR systems.
Now you tell us.
And, yeah, did you think I did, Marilyn?
So whenever you're ready.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Kate and Assad Do Business. Still without Kate, still with Marilyn and James. We're going to mix this one up a little bit, partly because we're running out of time today, in today's filming, but partly because actually we think it'd make a nice change, and these guys, James and Marilyn, are going to throw some questions at me, quick fire round, and I'm going to try and answer them as quickly as possible. So,
Okay.
over to you. Who's asking the first question?
I'll go first.
Yeah, okay.
It should be ladies first, but we agreed
Sorry.
I was going first. So, if you were to start phase 3 again,
Yep.
what would you do differently and what would you tell yourself?
What would I do differently? What would I tell myself? Okay, I would do two main things differently. Firstly, I'm not big into regrets or I should have done this, I should have done that. It's just not me. I think the past is the past, can't change it. Why bother with it? Move forward. Yeah. However, to answer the question, two things. I set up phase 3. I was 24. I wish I'd waited possibly 2 or 3 years. Got a bit more experience in doing what I was doing previously. So let's say 2 to 3 years more experience of doing that. And the second thing I wish I'd done differently, probably bigger than the first one I've just given you, is I wish I'd learned some form of HR system.
Right.
Or systems, because I don't know anything about HR systems.
Now you tell us.
And, yeah, did you think I did, Marilyn? And I think had I learned, I mean, I've learned the basic in terms of being able to talk in a meeting. But if push comes to shove and a client's requesting more detail, I'm not that person. And clients see through that sometimes. Sometimes they think they're just being sold to, which I think can put you in a certain position. So I wish I'd learnt that. I don't think I'd ever have as much experience as you guys, for example. But yeah, I think those are the two. What would I have told myself? I wouldn't have told myself anything different. I quite like the way, you know, early days to these days, changes in the business, just part of the cycle you follow in business, isn't it? You know. Yeah. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah.
So what keeps you motivated then? Because I don't see you that often.
Yeah.
But when I come to Manchester or you come up to Wakefield, you're always upbeat and what keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated? You've not seen me in the morning, have you? What keeps me motivated? What keeps me motivated by far, number one, is and Kate and I touched upon this, I think, in a previous video. Fear of loss, fear of failure. Not overtly, but I don't want to fail at anything, and I think if I slow the brakes down, or allow you guys to you know, put the brakes on, then business will slow down, and everything will fall apart, and people will leave, and then it's all doom and gloom. That is very closely tied in with I think it's big motivation for anybody with a family is providing for your family. And I've always wanted, it's changed a little bit. Firstly, cards on the table, it was all about money, all about income. You know, 24, 25, designer this, yeah, 50 quid haircuts, blah blah blah. £8.50 around the corner now. Now that I can afford the £50 haircuts, you know, but that's what happened, isn't it? It's ridiculous. And I think one of my biggest motivations is making sure everyone has fun. You know, you said upbeat, you said we talk, you know, and it can often be perceived as maybe not working hard enough or whatever it is, but it's really, really key that everyone has fun. I mean, I thought, what's the point? What is the point of coming to work if you don't enjoy it? You don't have fun. Yeah, you can have ups and downs, good days, bad days. Of course you are. Everyone does. But yeah, I think those 3 points. So having fun, fear of failure, and being able to provide for my family.
Okay. This one's unscripted, so let's see. Go on. So you last year handed over the sort of leadership, managing director. You gave the role to Kate.
Yep.
What was the hardest thing to let go?
The hardest thing to let go. Okay, the hardest thing to let go. The hardest thing to let go was everybody coming to me for an answer or for a decision, whereas now they're not. Well, no, they are in a way, because Kate still comes to me and you guys will still, and so the bigger things.
Yeah.
And I think that the perception I have in my own mind now of perhaps not being seen as the leader of this business, that's probably a personal kind of perceptional insecurity, if that's the term. I'm not sure if that even is a term or a word. But I think to answer your question, James, probably people not coming to me now as much on the day-to-day, itty-bitty, smaller bits and pieces. That's probably where I am. Come on, next question. I'm in a roll now. I think we've got time for maybe one quick one.
What's your favourite part of the day?
Going home.
After all that.
I have fun, but I want to go home. Anyone else who says otherwise, surely, come on. You know, you've got to go home. I go home. I see my kids. Most of the time, depending on the time I leave, but I see my kids. At the moment, you know, this is a bit strange. This is going to be shown later. But at the moment, we're filming this. I watch the World Cup. You know, go see my friends. It's the longest day of the year tomorrow. So
I think
nice
for
evenings.
me, that's you've got a life outside of work.
Got a life outside of work.
Yeah, like everybody else.
And I would not say to anybody. Don't have a life outside work.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Number one priority. Everything outside of work, relationships, family, friends, in my opinion, and therefore what I put to the rest of the team comes first. Work comes second. Health first. Everything else first. Business, work. It's important. It's very important, you know, but it's not on the same level. The time of day I enjoy the most is going home.
Last question then. When the boss is away,
yes.
Do you worry that things will happen?
A little bit. I did it. I would expect people to slow down a touch. You know, when the boss, but we haven't really got that so you know where you guys work, the boss is never there anyway.
No.
As such, right? Well, you know.
My boss is.
Kate's hardly ever. I don't think there's been much of a change when Kate's in the office. What I see, you know, I'm on the top floor with guys there, and there's always a little bit of a slowdown, isn't there? I don't mind that so much, as long as it's not ridiculous, you know. And it's not that often I'm not here anyway, so.
I would disagree with you. I think you're the biggest distraction in the office. Who's playing pool?
But you know, you need that. You hate that. James, you do, don't you? And I get it, and I understand why. But I think every now and then, you know, I come down, I'll have a frame, just pop through ball, and I'll go back upstairs again. 5 minutes. Yeah, because I'm back to the pool. It takes me 5 minutes and I'm back up, and it's just like, okay, now I can, you know, we're staring at a spreadsheet for like 45 minutes trying to drum something up for Kate, you know, like I did yesterday. Oh, nightmare. So yeah, I'm not too bothered about it. Any more? Are we done? I think we're done.
I think we're done.
Guys, thank you. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next week.